About time for another coach life. I did one before this one, but I ran out of data, so it just clipped at the strangest moment. First of all, to my seniors, congratulations. Today is graduation. We are at the Met with it. I can't believe it. This is crazy. I'm gonna shed a thug tear for sure, because mind you, I've only had this school year, to build relationships with these seniors, because I was at a whole nother school doing a whole nother thing for the last few years, and this is like my return to school of the future. And so I've only had this year to get to know these seniors, and wow, talk about being impressed. I feel like the bonds that we built, the relationships, I feel honored, to be honest. It was definitely rocky in the beginning. I had my old ways, and I was like, oh, what is going on here? I had to catch up. But once I did, it was just like, okay, this is family. Got it. So I'm gonna say the P word, be very proud, honored, happy, joyous. We're gonna have a good time. You know what I mean? Turn me up. Good times. Yo, graduation is at the Met. It's at the Met, Central Park. I was talking to one of the alumni yesterday, and I was like, yo, you going to graduation? He was like, yeah, I went last year. It was at the Met last year too. He's like, I don't know if I'm gonna. I said, it's at the Met. He was like, yeah, I mean, it's cool. I said, yo, what is wrong with New Yorkers? Like, there's nothing cool about the Met. It's like billions of dollars of artifacts. It's a museum. The Met Galas, they're like famous people go to see other famous people at the Met. Like, New Yorkers kill me. Like, you cannot be too cool for the Met. I don't, there's an obelisk behind Cleopatra's Needle is in like the backyard. Come on. It is cool. So I'm gassed and geeked. I'm ready. What I wanted to talk though about relationships, because we hinted at it in yesterday's Coach Life, but I just want to reinforce some very, I don't know, there's something to be said for being vulnerable, being authentic, standing on truth, right? Because a lot of what we do in school, especially New York City public school, it's like numbers and checking boxes, and it's bureaucratic. And we don't even know if we're prepared. As an educator, you're supposed to prepare your students for what life will look like in the next 5 or 10 years, right? But we're probably like 5 or 10 years behind in that sense, because it's such a large, clunky machine. It's so hard for it to pivot, and in order to be up to date even, let alone be future focused, you're gonna have to pivot multiple times every day. So, we're well behind there. But in terms of relationship building, and I can't speak for every school, I can just speak for us here. What we have is very unique, and our relationships, our bonds are very strong. So when I say I'm going to be honored to see these young men and women, and whatever you want to call yourself, cross the stage. Oh, is that? I don't know, man. I'm learning, right? But all of the folks that I got to know this year, all of the folks that challenged me to grow, to become better, it's just gonna be fantastic. Like, I'm gassed and geeked, ready. So I gotta go out and get some slacks, because it's time. But so the relationships that, if you just backtrack, what was it, 2 weeks ago, when we had Apocalypse Now, orange sky, dystopian Canadian wildfire smoke, and then before, there was the tragic passing of one of our seniors last week. And then before that, are we still in a pandemic? Just adjusting to realities, and it's just been so much that and it's, of course, it's New York City. Like, people are bugging out. The softball girls, champs. They won the city chip. And I was fortunate enough to be able to go to the playoff games and see that finale, that last out. And it was like, oh, we won. And it was on Randall's Island. You can't make this up. Harlem, 125th, and Lex. I'm not standing for it. I don't even understand. I'm super tight about that. 125th and Lex, you gotta be kidding me. How and why? Is it on us? Black folks, I don't know. Somebody talk to me about 125th and Lex, because that's crazy. I don't understand. Anyways, it's a joyous day. I was just highlighting the adversity we had to go through. The basketball season, longest season. Oh man, so much adversity, so much. I mean, folks just stepped up out of nowhere, just bang, bang, boom. Eli just said, oh, turn me up. So this year, this group, this moment is very joyous. I want y'all all, don't be afraid to feel through all of this, because you're gonna get what you put into it as a reward. And all I can speak for is what we have here, the people I'm around. We put in a lot. So now it's time to see the returns on our investments. And to me, that's our relationships. It's just a beautiful, powerful thing. No one can ever take it away from us. In life, things that you thought mattered a lot, money, all this other stuff, it comes, it goes, but good bonds, strong relationships, love, truth, divine order, those things last. So I'm looking forward to celebrating today. Today is all about celebration. So, 7 minutes, wow. So let's celebrate, all right? Shout out to all my seniors. Shout out to everybody, man. Let's celebrate. Let's have a good time. Turn me up. All right. Coach Life. Ciao.